Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So in this video, I wanted to talk about how, you can get more women, get more chicks to want to fuck with you, want to see you, date you, have sex with you, whatever it is, right? Now, the thing you got to understand is that you have to just basically look for signs that the girl is receptive. That's it. That's really all you got to do. You have to see if a chick is receptive to you. See, the problem is what guys will do is, let's say, for example, you are, on the street trying to talk to girls. You're at a bar trying to talk to girls, at a club, whatever. And so what guys will do is they'll talk to women and they'll just have conversations, but they're not really looking to see how receptive the woman is to them. Right? And so they'll continue to talk to the girl, and the girl might, continue to talk to him. But then he'll say, let me get your number, whatever. And then she'll sort of like be acting all iffy about it. Or she may give him the number, and then when he hits her up, she never returns his call or anything because he didn't notice that she wasn't receptive. You understand? See, a lot of guys, they'll say, you should just wait for a woman to choose you. Now, I never agree with just waiting for a woman to choose you. Now, again, if a woman is choosing you, that's showing that she's receptive. That's showing that she's, she's showing some sort of interest. And then, yeah, you definitely go and make that happen, but you shouldn't wait for that. But the choosing is a form of her being receptive to you, right? But the thing is that you don't want to wait on that, because sometimes what can happen is that you can approach a girl who wasn't necessarily checking for you or even choosing you in the first place. You can interact with her, and then while you're interacting with her, you can see if she's being receptive towards you. You see what I'm saying? And so the thing is that the girls who are being receptive to you, those are the ones who you continue to try to make something happen with. When you're talking to a girl and you see that she's not really being receptive, you could just fall back and keep the shit pushing because you don't want to waste too much time. Now, there are times where you'll be interacting with a girl and she may not be showing obvious signs that she's receptive. So there are times where it's totally obvious that this girl's feeling you. Because sometimes, and again, this is why I tell guys, you got to go out and you got to talk to women. Like, you have to go out because you have to experience seeing the look on a girl's face when you first approach her and her being receptive to you. Like, I can't even explain that. You just will know once you're out there doing what you're doing. You'll know the look. You understand? She's going to give you a look. So sometimes you just go up to a girl, you say, hey, what's up? And she'll give you a look and you're like, yes, it's on. I know. Okay, I can see. Right? So she'll give it's an obvious thing in certain situations. But then there's times where it's not so obvious, where a girl's being receptive to you while you're having a conversation or whatever. Right? But there are, small little signs that will sort of show that she is being receptive, and you just may have to interact with her a little bit longer than another chick to really get shit out of her, because she's receptive, but she's not all the way sold. Because like I always tell you guys, you have three types of chicks. You got the chicks who's all the way extremely into you. You got the chicks that's like, they're somewhat into you. And then you got the chicks that's totally not into you. You understand? And so, some of the girls that's sort of like in the middle, they're still showing signs that they're receptive, right? But you just gotta stay in there maybe a little bit longer than you might have stayed with another chick, right? But either way, if the girl is being receptive to you, those are the ones who you continue to talk to, the ones you continue to try to make something happen with. See, the mistake that most guys make is that they'll be spending a lot of time talking to women who are not receptive. So like last night I was out with some of my boys or whatever, and we was out there talking to some chicks and all that, and there were certain girls I would approach and talk to, and they would just give me that look automatically. Like, I'll be like, hey, what's going on? And they look at me, and I could tell, like, okay, I could tell right there she's already feeling me. You understand? And then so she's already instantly receptive to talking to me, having that conversation. She's all like, paying attention. She's asking me questions. She's all up in my face and all that, right? Then there are girls who, I would walk up to and they were just totally not receptive at all. Like, it was kind of like, I'll be talking to them, or I'll say something to them, and it's kind of like they were, sort of standoffish, looked like they didn't want to talk to me, like, almost like I was bothering them, that type of energy, right? And then you have the ones who I would talk to them, and they will be receptive as far as just having conversation goes, right? But they weren't showing me the super obvious signs that they were like into it, because in some of them I could tell were a little bit like nervous or whatever, and then some of them warmed up after I was talking to them for a little bit more, right? But the thing is, you have to be able to notice and realize and recognize when a woman's being receptive and when she's not being receptive, because the girls who weren't being receptive, I wasn't going to keep talking to them. I'm like, I'm not going to sit here and waste time with you if you're being standoffish. I'm good, nice to meet you, have a good night, and then I move on to the next girl. You see what I'm saying? And so the more that you actually, interact with these women, the better you are going to be to see which ones are receptive and which ones are not. You understand? And the thing is, the better you get at talking to women, you're going to have more women who are receptive towards you. Because even within the, all of last night when I was talking to these chicks, like, like I say like 85% of them were, extremely receptive. You understand? And then I had maybe like another 5% that were like in the middle, like they were receptive, but they weren't being too obvious with it. You understand? And then you had like maybe like, 10% of them that was just not receptive at all. You feel what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But the thing is that you have to basically see what's going on when you're out there interacting with her, so that you can see, okay, well, this is a girl I should even bother to give my number to, or to get her number. Because see, getting a girl's number, or a girl, taking your number, doesn't necessarily mean anything if she was not really receptive to you, while you're interacting with her. Because sometimes a chick will give you the number or just take your number because it's easier to do that than to not give you the number. Because what happens is that for some women, they feel sort of awkward or uncomfortable not giving you the number, because they've been in situations where a guy's like, "Yo, let me get your number," and she's like not trying to give it to him, and he gets all like needy or gets weird or gets like super aggressive on some bullshit. And so she's like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna just give him my number so I don't have to go through that. You see what I'm saying? But he didn't realize that she wasn't receptive to him. And see, the thing is, you have to be able to know how to read women. This is why I tell you guys, go to badboymembership.com to get the program Reading Women, so you'll know if a girl's being receptive to you or not. If you can tell if a girl's choosing you or not. You can tell if a girl is actually interested in you or not, versus, just keep going out there talking to this girl, talking to that girl, and, not really know what's going on. And see, the funny part is that what some guys do is that they think, and this is a ego thing, they think that they need to sort of somehow make the girl like them. So they're like, well, if I talk to her more, if I do some sort of tactic, or if I do this or do that, I'm going to turn this girl who's not being receptive to me into a girl who's receptive to me. And it's just like, no, you're just wasting your fucking time. And it's like your ego wants you to believe that you have this magical macking power to do this all the time. It's like, no, you're just putting yourself out there, interacting with women, seeing the ones who are receptive, the ones who are cooperating, the ones who are going to be choosing. You see what I'm saying? And so that you actually make something happen with those women, right? It's really that simple. See, the guys who are just sitting there waiting for the girls to choose them, a lot of times what happens is that you're going to be waiting around for a while. And also too, now you're only going to be able to talk to or interact with the girls who are choosing you. Because you might see a girl across the room at a bar or something, and you think she's hot, but because she's not looking at you, you thinking, well, fuck it, I'm not going to bother to talk to her. That's nonsense. You should go up to her, have the conversation, see how receptive she is to you when it comes to you interacting with her, and then you take it from there. And another thing about understanding how receptive a chick is that, remember, I always tell you guys this, is that you have to make sure you're flirting and building sexual tension, because you want to actually see if she is receptive to you on a sexual level. right? Because again, girls will talk to you just on some regular platonic shit, right? But you really want to see how receptive they are to you when it comes to you flirting with them and trying to build that sexual tension. You want to see, are they attracted to you sexually? You see what I'm saying? So, you know, you want to sort of have that you know, energy out there. Cause like a lot of times, for example, when I'm talking to a girl and I'm flirting with her or whatever, like I get real close to her. Like I might, you know, have my arm around her waist and I'm, you know, whispering in her ear or something like that. And then, or I might be like, you know, holding her hand and stuff. So the fact that she's being that close to me and she's, you know, letting me hold her hand and not moving her hand away, that's showing that she's being receptive. You see what I'm saying? And so that's the type of girl I say, hey, all right, listen, you know, take my number, put your number in my phone, or I get her number, and, you know, keep it moving from there. If, you know, I can't get her, that night, as far as like smashing or whatever it is, I just get the number and then, you know, keep it moving from there. But the reason why I'm doing that is because she is showing she's receptive. And the ones who are not doing that, I'm not going to bother and waste time. I don't care how hot she is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not wasting my time if I'm there doing what I'm doing and you're not being receptive to what I'm doing. Because also what that's showing is that that's showing that the girl is not you know, following your lead. You understand? Because all that really is this. Like when a chick is being receptive to you, when she's being cooperative, it's basically her just following your lead. And if she's not doing that, then there's no reason to keep it going. There's no reason for me to say, hey, give me your number. Because you ain't really, you know what I'm saying? You're not really doing anything to show that this would even make sense at this point for me to even do that. You see what I'm saying? So you guys got to make sure that you go out there, practice, talk to women, and you know, see how receptive these women are to you when you're dealing with them. All right. So that's pretty much it. Also, make sure you guys go to Bad Boy Membership so you can get the program Reading Women. All right. So I'll holler at you later. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.
Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below to send me a question. If you have a question on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which teaches you 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And 3, I want you to click the link under that one to go to Bad Boy Membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month.
What's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.